Hey, I'm Red, and today I'm gonna show you how to take that Spanish guitar sound that Montero by Lil Nas X has and use it to make better beats of your own. I'll also give you some fill-ups if you stick to the end. With that said, let's begin. Okay, the first thing I want to show you before you decide if you want to take my advice on this is the final melody I came up with using the simple step shown later in this video. If you like the melody, then stick around because I get a bunch of tips for you. And if not, well, maybe you'd be more interested in learning how to make a guitar melody like Lemonade by Internet Money. Anyways, here's the final melody. Montero's melody has one main element, and that is the Spanish guitar. So let's break it down. This beat was made at 90 BPM in the G sharp minor scale, by the way. Step 1. Which note should I use? When it comes to guitar beats, especially Spanish guitar beats, there is one scale you want to play pretty much 100% of the time. And that scale is the harmonic minor scale. Now, why do we want this scale instead of a simple natural minor? Well, the harmonic minor scale has a major 7th, and instead the natural minor has only a minor 7th. And that is where the magic of this scale lies. The minor 7th in the natural minor helps melodies feel kind of sad all around from the beginning to end. But the major 7th in the harmonic minor scale has that sad minor sound in the beginning, but has more of an energetic, happy feeling in the end. And that's exactly what we want in this type of beats. But enough talking about it, let me give you some examples. This is a simple 1, 4, 6, 5 chord progression. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you already know what ending on a 5 chord means. The 5th note of a minor scale, or the dominant, is the note that holds the most tension in it out of all of them. It makes you feel kind of uncomfortable, like you want it to go somewhere. And that is exactly the feeling we're looking for in this type of Spanish beats. But you don't quite get that feeling with the natural minor. It doesn't feel quite right, does it? Well, if we switch to a harmonic scale, this note right here would have to move up a bit, making this space a major 7th instead of a minor 7. Let's listen again. That sounds much better. That extra major feeling the harmonic minor scale brings is exactly why we prefer it over the natural minor in this type of beats. So there we have two things to add to our checklist. The first one, use a harmonic minor scale, and the second one, end the chord progression on a 5 chord. By that I mean make a chord starting from the 5th note of your scale. So if we apply those first 2 points, we will end up with a guitar progression that sounds somewhat like this. That sounds very Spanish, right? Well, it's all thanks to the major 7th we find in the harmonic major. Well, now that we have our chords, we need to talk about the rhythm. Spanish beats have a very unique rhythm to them. It's unlike any usual trap beat. Let me give you an example. This is a generic trap drum progression. And this is a generic Spanish drum progression. The most important thing is the placement of the claps. In a trap beat, they always go in 2 and 4, and in a beat like this, they look more like a reggaeton pattern. Once again, for reference, here are the trap claps, and here are the reggaeton claps. That doesn't mean we can't add trap drums, by the way. We definitely can and will add them, but you'll have to wait a bit to find out how to do that. For now, we have another thing to add to our checklist. Use a reggaeton rhythm. So if we apply this reggaeton rhythm to our guitar, it would sound somewhat like this. You can hear how the guitar is carrying the rhythm just like the claps. That is the reason we can later change the drum pattern, because the guitar will carry on the rhythm anyways, but more on that later. For the mixing part, I added this effect so the guitar sounds like it does. Correction EQ, RC20, chorus to make it bigger, and reverb. And now we can move on to our top melody. We want to add our top melody mainly at the end of the bar so that we can let the chords breathe. And you want to follow a simple ascending progression in the beginning and a descending progression in the end. This will be our melody for the intro. You can see how it starts going up and ends going down with the notes mainly at the end of the bar. And this will be our melody for the verses. You can once again hear that it starts going up, and at the end of the bar it goes down. Well, let's add that to our checklist. 4. Top melody should start ascending and end descending. And 5. Top melody notes mainly at the end of the bar. And with that we have basically finished. Now all that's left is to add a trap drum drop. We can switch the drums because the guitar is going to carry over the rhythm, so it's not that huge of a change. And I will also add a layer of RC20 to our chord so that we can let the drums shine. Usually we do this in trap music. We take the spotlight away from the melody when the drums drop. We do this because sometimes having hard drums, a too present melody and crisp vocals all at once can be overwhelming. So we simply make the melody shine a bit less. And done! That's how to make a Spanish guitar progression like Montero by Lil Nas X. Here's our checklist once again in case you want to screenshot this to use it later. And before I play the final beat, if you want to download the melody loop I made in this video, there's a free download link in the description. It's all royalty free, so you can use it however you want. I make 2-beat breakdowns a week, so if you want more of this, subscribe, and as always, see ya.